So I'm sitting on the cruise ship with one of our shipmates right now, with Marika, my dad's cousin, who joined us on the cruise. We're sitting up on the deck. It's our last day at sea, and we have some nice weather. I think we have some nice weather today, and we'll be sailing. And I just wanted to ask Marika a few questions about how she enjoyed the cruise. Who'd you join us with on this cruise, Marika?
I joined with my granddaughter Kristen Moore, and we had a great time together. We especially enjoyed going into the Glacier Bay and going to all the little places, Skagway, Juneau, Ketchikan, where we could look at all the little stores, read a bit about the history. We went dog sledding in Juneau, which was interesting. Little girls, like my 10-year-old granddaughter, loves to hold the puppies. They were only 6 and 7 weeks old. And then, of course, the Manhattan big glacier was amazing, and beautiful weather, and great to be with the whole family on one ship and visit with them all the time. And we're almost in Victoria today, and that will be almost the end of the tour. We will regret it, but have wonderful memories for the future.
Yeah, it was a great cruise. We did a 7-day Alaska cruise. It was my first Alaskan cruise. Was it your first one?
It was my first Alaskan cruise, but we have been to Alaska before by land.
Okay. And Marika's also done other cruises, some other big ones. Did the Panama Canal, and I think some other cruises.
No, that was the only other one.
Okay. She did a 16 cruise through the Panama Canal, and this is our Alaska cruise together as a family. She came with Kristen, who is her granddaughter, and Kristen's 10 years old. What did you think about the Alaskan cruise in general? Something you would suggest for friends?
Absolutely, I loved it. Everything is done for you. It's clean. Your room is done. You don't have to pack up at night and pack your suitcase and go to the next hotel. It's really, you move in for the full week and you can enjoy every moment of it.
What was one of, I know there's probably many highlights. What was one of your favorite stops or sightseeing times?
The favorite stop. I think I had many favorites. Um, I think the Glacier Bay was beautiful,
Yeah.
and seeing the icebergs. And
Yeah.
one of our cousins was able to videotape a piece of ice falling off the mountain, which was off the glacier, which was wonderful. That doesn't always happen. So that was very spectacular.
I thought it was amazing the sound it makes. I never realized the sound it would make when the ice cracks off.
The big
So loud.
roar.
Yeah.
The big roar. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
That was something that surprised me. And that was pretty cool. That was one of my favorite things to see was the glacier. Obviously, I'm coming from Hawaii, so that's probably something you would never dream you would see is a big ice glacier. Let's see. I'm going to say a couple words to you. I'll say just a word and tell me some of the first things that come to your mind.
Okay.
Okay? So this will be in relation to some of the cruise. Food.
Food was wonderful. The selection they offered was great, and you can eat wherever you want to, choose whatever you want to. So very nicely served, well artistically decorated. It was really good. Yeah, loved it. Thank you.
And how about Juneau?
Juneau. I think of Juneau because I've never been there before. I was amazed how few people live there. It was only 800 people in Juneau, but it's flooded with tourists when all the boats, the big ships come in. And then, of course, we did the dog sledding there and shopping, which was wonderful.
Nice. What did you think of Skagway?
Skagway, also a bit of shopping. Beautiful, beautiful day. We did a great hike, a 4-hour hike. We saw thousands of spawning salmon in the river, and we see the black salmon. So I don't know exactly what it is. I thought it was coho, but I'm not 100% sure. It was absolutely wonderful, and the hike to go to the lower lake was also one of my highlights.
And then what did you do yesterday in Ketchikan?
In Ketchikan, we went to the Saxman village, an original native village, where we watched some dancing, we watched wood carving, and there was a very famous wood carver there. His name is Jackson, and we watched him do some work, and he gave us a little talk, and we saw the beautiful totem poles with all kinds of stories that the totem poles tell you, even shame stories.
Yeah. There was the shame story of Seward.
Seward.
John Seward? What was his name?
Not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
it's an interesting story. He was one of the first white guys that kind of. So it's in history. He helped the sale of Alaska go through and all this stuff. But then they made the shaming pole of him.
Yes.
The Indians, he didn't do such good business after.
No. He was supposed to give back what he was given, but
Right.
he took it all.
Right. Well, cool. I thought it was pretty neat that, we were able to do this cruise together, and that Dawn brought it up as the invitation for everyone, and we made it, and I got to see Marika, and I especially like to see when my dad and Marika are together, interacting and having fun. That's my thing I like to see.
Yeah.
Because they're the two cousins, and it's kind of fun to watch you guys interact and have fun. That's the special part for me to see that.
I love that too.
Yeah.
I can hardly believe that when your dad and his brother still lived in Holland, and I was, of course, 10, 11 years younger, I can remember quite a bit of them. And now that we're here with our families, grandchildren, children,
Right.
on the ship together in
Right.
Alaska is just amazing.
Yeah.
Who knew that they were going to America, that I was going to live in Canada,
Right.
and now have this reunion here in Alaska? It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. That's really cool. Who would have thought, 40, 50 years when something's happening, and then here we are today, and we're doing this kind of stuff like this. And yeah, that's really the special part for sure. That is. So we hope to see Marika in the winter or in the springtime when we come to Kelowna.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're going to do some skiing.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say to Hans? Because he'll hear this interview a little later. Any parting words for Hans?
Well, Hans, it was amazing being with you, and I hope you will visit lots of times, and we have a lot of years to come and to share all our memories. And when you all come to Kelowna, I will make a book of the cruise, specifically for Kristen, because this was Oma and granddaughter time, and I will print one of them, one for her and one for me. We can all enjoy.
That's awesome. And is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to?
Of course, to Dawn too, of organizing this all. So, yeah, amazing to see you all. Love all, and see you soon.
Well, that's going to wrap it up. I really want to say thank you to Marika for doing my silly little interviews, but they're always fun to listen to later, especially on my plane ride home.
Perfect.
All right. Love you, Marika.
Love you too, Bennett.
I'll see you later.
Have a great time on the mainland too.
Okay, bye.